Not all who fall are thundered by drums. Not all who die are wrapped in flags. Some leave this world unheard, unseen. But silence does not mean they matter less. Your Honor, this verdict that has been nothing but an accusation for me is a motive for most. This statement condemns a world that allow human beings to putrefy in masses, unnamed, unsung, and unremembered. No human being ever dies as a cattle, only as victims of system that forgets its humanity. Your Honor, let's take a step back and soar through the endless domain of human aspire, where I glance at the horrific catastrophe of World War I in the trenches of the Somme, where thousands of young soldiers were sent forward, knowing that they would not return. Many of them were teenagers. They had names, mothers, dames, but when the shells fell and bodies piled upon bodies, this world reduced them to numbers, casualties, statistic losses. No bells rang for them. No names were spoken aloud. Their deaths were efficient, silent, and systematic. They wrote letters to home. The night before battle, they clutched photographs in their pockets. They whispered prayers in the dark. The tragedy was not how they died, but how easily this world learned to accept it. This phrase reminds us not of their futility, but of our failure. A failure to mourn, a failure to remember, a failure to push a system that makes our death ordinary. My heart aches as it proclaims that when society stops ringing bells for the dead, it is not the dead who lose their humanity. It is us. It is not the dead who lose their humanity. It is us. History shows us that whenever humans are treated as expendable, whether in war, slavery, genocide, or neglect, the greatest crime is not death itself, but forgetting. And yet, again and again, humanity has risen to say these lives mattered. My testimonies stay vibrant down my memory lane, however distant, but they might have been in time. The Holocaust memorials bent, so 6 million would never become a statistic. The Nuremberg trials told the complete world that mass killing is never a duty, it is always a crime. Hiroshima and Nagasaki showed us how seconds of silence can echo as centuries of warning. Vietnam War Memorial reminds us that wars end, but names remain. September 11 attack showed us that terror fails when every victim is remembered by name. Syrian refugee crisis forces the world to ask how many drowned children it takes to wake a conscience. COVID-19 pandemic proved that behind every statistic was a chair left behind. Your Honor, I can go on and on. For the moment we accept silent deaths or we authorize the next ones, the moment we stop mourning, we stop being human. Let bells ring, not only in churches, but in classrooms, in history books, in our conscience. Let them ring loudly enough so that no death is ever dismissed as necessary, inevitable, or insignificant. For in the end, I will say that every tongue will confess that when society stops ringing bells for the dead, it is not the dead who lose their humanity. It is us. It is not the dead who lose their humanity. It is us. With this, I rest my case.
Divide of death.